Welcome back to the ESL Pro League North American Division Matchday number 8 here on the B stream with the Australians on the North American games. Maybe the A and an A stands for Aussie now.
No, it doesn't. Stand
Excellent.
For America.
A quick shutdown, that's just what I like to see, which is also what compLexity got over Ghost on Nuke.
Yep, that pretty much summarizes what that game was. I mean, it was just such a dominant CT side from compLexity, and then Ghost really couldn't get enough T rounds strung together, or CT rounds rather. There was you understand what I mean. One side was good, and then they just didn't have enough room to come back from there.
You know what I like to do, Mitch? Do you know what I like to do? I like to ride segways. And speaking of, we're going into map 2 very soon, Inferno. Get it? Segway joke?
Yeah.
Because I was like segwaying between everything.
Just be careful, you might end up like Captain Mo.
You what?
You might end up like Captain Mo.
True. All right. Well,
careful with the segways.
Yeah, look,
I don't know if that's really the Segway fault or that's like a Chinese driver kind of problem, you know?
I don't know. But when I'm riding my Segway, I can be all that I can be. And you can do that too with MSI. And I kept a straight face. I'm proud of myself. I was really struggling there, but hey, there you go.
I don't know why we need to plug that exact phrase every single time.
Because
I mean, you could at least tell everybody that MSI makes some pretty good like gear. They make some nice laptops and stuff, you know.
I mean,
like,
they do make some nice
I always
things.
want an MSI laptop, but unfortunately, you know, I just don't have enough money to be able to just go out like that. I already spent too much on my gaming PC, you know what I mean? So
Did it help you frag?
No.
I already know the answer to this question. I'm asking to make you admit it. I'm sorry.
I'm bottlenecked by my brain, unfortunately. You can upgrade as many computer components as you want, but my brain will always be just absolutely terrible at Counter-Strike.
You don't have to put yourself in the bin. I'm happy to do it for you. Like you don't need to take my job like this.
Nah, all the info's out there for how in the bin I am. Well and truly.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, how do you think this next map's going to go? I don't need a scoreline. Just how are you feeling like it's going to be? Is this like a 90% Ghost win?
I reckon Ghost come back and win one.
Okay.
Big Ghost fanboy.
All right, big Ghost fanboy. Well, the odds are much more even on this game, so the evens, as it were, 1.8 to 1.85. So
I feel like that was too easy for compLexity, so now they're going to come into this one a bit lax, and Ghost is going to be like going a bit harder. I mean, how many games? Like, look at Wardell's stats in the league. How many games does he have a game like that?
No,
It just doesn't.
Don't do it. You did him like this last game. Don't do him dirty again. Don't worry, guys. Wardell's going to drop 50. By which we mean ADR, apparently, because that's the way the curse works. No, look, honestly, I can see it happening. Wardell is such a consistent player. It is odd to see him having a quiet game on Nuke, but then, I mean, his whole team really had a very quiet game on Nuke. They couldn't get too much done at all.
Really have very many opportunities. Sometimes you just get shut down, and you have only a couple of rounds where you even get positioned to get a kill, and even if you get that one kill, that might be all you get for the round. And then all of a sudden you lost.
Well then, let's jump into Inferno and see how we're going to go. Now, I'm assuming that we'll see Ghost starting off on the CT side.
Nope.
Nope. Never mind. It's all a big prank. I don't actually know if they play knife rounds or not, or how this works. But either way, Ghost starting on T. We'll see if they've got something better in store for us than they did on the last map, where they also started on T. Got a grand total of 3 rounds there. They were looking to do much more here. I think you sort of want like the 6 or 7 mark on Inferno if you can, but going to go for a very quick top mid play here, running around Archside. Android so on point. Given a lot of time to make these shots. Can't land another one, but still lots of time to work with, and he's going to drop bomb in pit. Interesting, but Ghost will get the kills they need to be able to recover it.
Those damn jumping blocks. 3-on-3, bomb goes down, plant for big pit, but there's no one even in the big pit.
It's okay, it's some classic misdirection play. Chris is going to find the first dink onto Stanislaw in apps. Now she's going to sit. Doesn't really care about the spam at all. Looks like Ghost have a pretty good handle on this one, but I say that, of course. Jeff chimes in with the frag. Stan finds one as well. Now Steel, 1 versus 2. We saw him pull off a pistol 1 versus 2 against Cloud9 the other day, but not going to be able to do it here. Stanislaw finds the final kill, and there is plenty of time, especially with a kit, for that bomb to be defused. CT pistol once again goes to compLexity.
Yep, been pretty good on the pistol round so far. See if they continue that with the next pistol, but we have another 14 rounds to go till then. It is going to be the AK drop.
Excellent mathematical prowess. Indeed it is. This is something that you can do with the new money now. You can drop out a couple AKs, have those players buy armor, and
I've actually run this once in an official, and it's worked one time because I just dropped it to the best player on my team, and he got a 4K. And I was like, that was Luke. And then he goes, this is a terrible idea. He literally gets a 4K. You expect the guy to go like
something
like, "This is great. We should do this every time." Nah, he's like, literally, that was the stupidest idea. I have no idea how we just won.
Well, they've gone for 3 AKs, which is much better than, you know, 1. And they're going to send the pistols in first. So the Deagles will do some scouting, look for the initial info, and then the AKs with the armor can crunch. So this actually could work out pretty well for them.
We saw MIBR drop an AK to Cold Zero and nobody else in the game yesterday, and the rest just bought Deagles. So far, it's not really going very well for them.
They've lost 2
of the AKs already dead. The other 2 guys have Deagles and no armor. There you go. Steel's got 1.
June's recovered another one of those rifles, but...
That was only 1 kill for the triple AK investment.
Yeah, they're going to be saving for this round at least, courtesy of that extra round loss bonus that you get starting on 2nd round. They're going to be getting a decent amount of money coming in for the 4th round, so they will take a save here and then buy up next, but the AK doesn't really work out for them, unfortunately.
It does not, so they're going to have to try to take a save into this round. Maybe they can grab themselves a bomb plant and bolster their economy to make sure they have all the utilities on the T side of Inferno, because that is very important. You need all those Molotovs and grenades to be able to take Nana control nicely.
Well, just the pistols out here. 2 flashes, 2 smoke, or 4 flashes, 2 smokes even.
Seen this a lot from Ghost. They just wait because they're trying to force the CTs to throw lots of granadas.
Or to push, just to do anything. Just make some sort of play that they can react to. But instead, Def's going to catch out Sub Rosa. There's 2 players here with rifles. This is going to go notwell.net. My new website just started it right then. I've already closed it down, so don't try and visit it. But that's an easy 4 frag for Def there. No real opposition coming in from Ghost as he sits at 7-0. The reverse James Bond.
Too easy. When you're such a good agent that, yeah.
Bond.
Yeah.
This is Agent 700.
It's forbidden. You don't have permission.
Oh.
Damn it, you closed it down so quickly.
Notwell.net is forbidden. I told you I closed it, man. I told you.
I've got a virus. Why is my phone's blowing up?
Yeah.
Tim, what have you done?
I'm making your phone run notwell.net. Gun round coming out for Ghost, though. Fast into top mid. Bomb's still hanging around bottom mid, but quick around the lower bracket they will go.
The longer they take, though, the better the rotate's going to be in from Stanislaw, so they're going to speed things up. Ye's on the bomb site with an MP9. Instant 1 bead.
Oh, Android. Free
Knife him.
up.
Knife him. No. Come on, man.
Ooh, good angle from Neptune. Nice shot
I
as well.
hate Counter-Strike sometimes.
Why? Because you just want players to knife people and they won't do it?
No, because he's not even on. Neptune's not even on his screen and he's been 1 bead, and that happens to me all the time.
That's my life, really. Just get one tap by a guy who's like around 3 corners in a different state, and you're like, well, didn't need to play this game anyway.
And there's so many states in America, like, which state are you getting 1 tapped from?
It's one of the other 49. Just take a pick. Stanislaw and Shazam trying to convert a 2-on-4 now. Bomb, very far tick, not going to be doing it. Shaz, nice shot, and the classic 360 to knife maneuver. Oh, that nade is so smart. See you, boys.
Doja?
No, they didn't plan default. Also, get right, please. Like, come on, you did it first.
Okay. Don't even bring that up to me, Tim.
Don't even mention that name.
You weren't even alive in 2014, bro.
That's really not true. I'm not that young. Come on, mate. How old are you? I'm only like a year younger than you or something.
Whatever, Tim.
Okay. Okay, Philly. Well, that round's gone. I need a new joke, and I really started trying to think of one. Incorrectly.org for Ghost. That was not good.
I mean, the play from Ghost was just a little bit too simplistic for complexity. They just go straight up middle.
I meant to say complexity, not Ghost, but you know, it's fine.
Shazam shot steal.
Man, you're such a good play-by-play. You should do this full time.
Wardell is T says.
Okay, I lied. Stop. We can stop now. It's fine.
Smoke onto middle.
This is like the reading a children's book of Counter-Strike.
They are they have taken banana control though, and they've left just Stanislaw there. So this is going to be a 4 stack on the A bomb site. Ye drops a Molotov to really try to the boost, Tim, the boost. That is not good.
Well,
they've made noise.
They have. Now there's going to be a lot of spray coming this way. Molotovs exchanged both ways, but Def doesn't care about smokes. Calling Glaive.
He can be as Def as he wants to be. He's clearly got an extra sense in that smoke vision.
scraping a 6 out of 10, but no better. Yay, though. Going to
really
hold down Arch,
the top
get the
end
bomb.
of my scale. Wardell trades one back, but that's it. I really don't think he's going to be able to find his way through this one. 30 seconds to go. That's one CT killed every 10 seconds, plus he needs to get the bomb plant. Now he's down to 20 seconds.
Ability.
Down to 20. That's not enough time.
I don't think he's really going to have the chance to pull this one off. At best, maybe he can keep his AK-47 alive. It certainly looks like he just wants to tuck himself in a hole somewhere and hide. And no, he's going to go for the bomb side.
Oh, yes. Couldn't have known that there would have been 2 counter-terrorists right there. And he's having another rough one, but I feel like it's through no real fault of his own. It feels like complexity's getting in Ghost's face a lot this series and shutting them down before they can even put Wardell into the position of the game where he thrives so heavily, which is, you know, those mid rounds, those late rounds where he's able to find picks and or close out the round. Because, I mean, how often do you really see Wardell shut down someone who's going aggressive on him? It feels like he's always the one to find the picks on teams that are playing very standard or close out the round. So maybe complexity have it solved. Maybe just got to get in his face a little bit.
So Rose is pulling off a fake over on B here. He's going to go down here in just a second, but he has pulled an extra player. Exactly that. It's only 2 on the A bomber side now. They've just got to make it past Android, but he's standing firm. It's actually Ye who does the job because no kills for the T's. They're not allowed. Neptune, though, will manage to bring us into a 1v2. Both players rotating. He can get bombed down. He has an AK and armor to back it up.
Is he going to play the post plant from is the real question, and is he going to be able to cross the graveyard? Actually, they're going to push into the jungle side.
Oh, dear.
Running out of bullets, though.
4 bullets. That's enough. Stands on 28 HP, but it's all going to come down to the timing. That said, this is such a weird plant for either player to defend. Ranchu's going to wrap all the way around behind him. Yeah, exactly that. He knows that Stan's going to be in that corner or checking an angle somewhere. He's got to go over to get that bomb, and Stan can only waste so much time. Going to get a smoke on the bomb, but when it's planted in that corner, easiest round of Neptune's life. Very well played, 1v2 from him. 3K in total.
Great supportive work from Ye there to help the T's win the round. It's really outshone everyone. Android back on the XM. Damn it, Tim. Stop it.
Yeah, he just bought one as well.
Stop it.
Let's see where they're going to take them. One into apps, probably. Both
they're going to take them nowhere. Get no kills. Shazam's going to kill everybody.
They're going to go both into apps, I think. That's a play. Shazam going down mid with nobody to support him. Got the clock running in his head on that Molotov. Knows when it's time to get out of dodge.
Damn. Should have a clock in my head. Never be late for anything again.
Apart from, you know, when you turn up 10 minutes late to the studio every day.
Excuse me, Tim. Have you seen your head, mate?
Oh.
Because I haven't seen Ye's. I haven't seen either of Neptune or Koostas. They've been obliterated.
You hate to see that. 2 shots, 2 kills.
You love to see it.
I mean, yeah, sure. I do. I like the XM. I know our Observer's a big fan of the XM, which is why he's catching every single XM kill ever. Android hasn't actually upgraded to either of the guns he just dropped. He's like, nah, this thing's the way. This is it. Pushing to B, though. Stan is slow playing behind the fountain's going to get 2. Leaves it all on to steal. 1 versus 4. And Stan's going to spray him down as well for the 3K. 2 ops recovered. Android's going to upgrade to an AK-47 as well. That's a big round for complexity to win.
I can't tell if complexity's just so on point today or whether Ghosts are just not really showing up to this game. I think it's a bit of both, really.
Yeah, I think that's certainly the case. Like,
if
a lot of the kills that Ghosts are losing are just not checking corners properly, or like they get the first entry into apps, they don't expect the second player there, that's fair enough, but then they feed themselves one by one into a meat grinder on B. They didn't even get crossfires, they just ran to Stan one at a time, so...
If you're Ghost and you're doing really well in the league, do you just kind of get a bit comfortable and like, eh?
It's complexity. They've been playing not too well
lately.
We can beat them.
And say, who cares? We're #1 in the standings. It's definitely happened to me before, for sure. You're top of the group in something, and then you're just like, whatever.
That would require you being top of the standings in the first place.
Tim, we never said in what league.
Okay.
I'm an active participant in the Zimbabwean Counter-Strike League.
Zump.
In the Zump.
The Zump Pro League. ZPL, you heard it here first.
Zen Esports Network.
No, Zump Pro League. Come on, mate. We don't talk about that anymore. It's done. Woo, Shazam. It's the first kill. Being chased down by Tech9. He's going to get the Molotov out and trying his best to run away. So much damage being taken, but will get spammed before Subrosa even makes it around the corner. But Subrosa now, with the AWP, finds the second kill and throws that thing off to Wardell. Pretty crucial miss there from Def as well, but CT still holding on to A. This timing from Steel.
We're back into the Tech 9 rush era, and I'm not happy about it.
Can't wait for Olaf to get involved. Let's go. Oh, Andrew's being shot in the back, but he still manages to get 2 frags. Steel eventually closes it. Yay. Took an awful long time to figure out where that was coming from, but not going to be able to kill Steel now, but knows the bomb's down. Sub Rosa wins the fight. Now it's on Def 1v2, rotating over from B. Ghost have given themselves a great way of winning this round, and Sub Rosa is really the one doing all the work.
Sub Rosa, go kill. Great strategy. Love it.
I believe the correct response is, okay.
It'll be done.
But now Def, 1 versus 2, AWP in hand. 1 player tucks back in the bomb site, 1 in pit.
That's not an AWP, it's a CZ.
Sorry?
He had a CZ in his hand. You've lied to everybody.
Oh, right. Well,
you're a fraud, Tim. Get out.
Okay, I'll just leave. Just take my headset off and go. But speaking of leaving, Def's going to be leaving the round, saving onto this AWP. So that's a much better answer from Ghost. The Tech 9s do it for them. The unrelenting pace is what gets them across the line.
For sure. And they're starting to grind some rounds back. Look at the economy of compLexity. It is cooked.
Cooked like dinner. Unless, you know, I don't know. Maybe you don't cook your dinner. Maybe you have like a salad for dinner and you don't cook it.
Sushi.
Yeah, I guess it's also, I mean, the rice has to be cooked.
Does it?
Yes, you don't put raw rice in sushi. Of that I'm very certain.
I know some people that eat raw rice and raw pasta. Or one person in particular.
Raw pasta I can kind of get, but raw rice, like, it's just eating sand.
Hey, we did it when we were kids. Maybe it's just a pastime at this point. Speaking of pastimes, I feel like Ghost and Sub Rosa are about to get another big round.
How is that related to pastimes?
I mean, last round, that's what he did. He's absolutely demolishing compLexity.
Oh, right. Past times. Not pastimes like the word. I see. So in the past
that round is over and we'll never see it again. Wow.
That works out very well from Ghost indeed. 3 quick frags.
Yeah, this is a Ghost that I've been wondering where they've been, but now they're back. They took a tactical timeout. They said, we're really not playing up to our normal standards. Let's play better. Now they're playing better. And compLexity's having some major problems. Well, they didn't have major problems. They did quite well in the major, but they're having problems in this game.
They are indeed. Steel's going to close out the final frag. And now the money in the bin for compLexity. Not going to be able to buy too much here at all. Which is a big old shame for them, but for Ghost, finally getting back into things here. That's what we've been waiting to see. Now their economy is getting established. Sub Rosa up on $0, but everyone else doing okay. compLexity killing a chicken.
A chicken.
Maybe the chicken predicted against them at the major, and that's why they're killing it.
Yeah, I'll give you that one, Tim. That was pretty good.
Thanks, mate. Got to keep it relevant.
Got to keep the memes fresh and spicy.
100%. There is a big stack here on A. Koos is going to have to be careful he doesn't go too far by himself, or else it's just going to be USP'd in the side of the face. Did you see the clip from Extremes Land on Thursday of the Havoc 1v5?
Yep. You seen the clip of Extremes Land of the Forsaken 1v9, the entire server?
Well, 1v4. 1v4 against his own team, technically. Oh, too soon. That's harsh. But, look.
Pretty impressive. I don't think that's been done before. Not true. Quickly.
It's not true. There's definitely teams who've, like, players who've cooked their teams before. But, going to be a big old push in the mid where the crossfire is set. And spray down. Let's go. Steel lost control of it, but his teammates have saved him. He looks down like, yep, well, I've got 1 kill with 4 players in front of me. Thanks, guys.
I did it.
Hey, I go like 1 and 17. And I'm like, yeah, 1. Excellent.
No. He goes, I did it. It's like, Steel, what are you talking about? You didn't do anything. It's like, I'm the one who picked up Kusa, though. He killed everyone. I picked up Wardell. He's got us like 8-0 Pro League standings. I've did it. Doesn't matter how many kills.
I've did it.
I've did it. Speaking of Wardell, he's 1 for 8. Ghost is starting to get some rounds back. That is seen off the back of Sub Rosa, who is once again being set up for success in Nana and taking every single inch. The double pick. We saw this from MRBR setting up Stewie 2K for success in Nana when they had some problems against that Renegades CT side. You send that one rifler, and if he's feeling it, if he's feeling on point,
he's going to become an AWPer. I think that's how that works. If he's feeling on point, he'll pick up an AWP.
Yeah, look, that's how we ruined Pimp's career, unfortunately.
Did we? We didn't do that, did we?
I don't know.
I don't think I had anything to do with it. I'm innocent. Promise. 3 players saving on 8.
It's
Kusta
a big conspiracy, Tim.
looking to pick up some of those frags. Unfortunately, no mollies to force any of these players out. No nades to try and do damage, but the round is won. Regardless, it's just how much damage they can do to the complexity economy. They really need to save all of these guns. Their money is, well, essentially non-existent. And with Ghost in the financial situation that they are, it does make sense to hunt for this. Even just one more gun out of the hands of the CTs would be great for them, and timing not quite going to work for Kusta. But Neptune's going to swing into death. It's one gun gone. I don't think they'll get any more, though. Yes, they will. Yay peeks out, and Android trying desperately to hold on to his M4. We'll be able to do it, but 2 guns dropped, or an extra 2 guns dropped. 4 down total. And here's this entry from Sub Rosa as well. Capitalizes perfectly on the missed shot from Shazam, and then wins the spray battle against Stanislaw. That's what we like to see. And now Ghost are going to be in the lead for the first time this series.
Yeah. It's looking like a pretty comprehensive one from Ghost. They took that tack and they woke up. Good to see. But I really do think that complexity definitely did play rather well last map.
Oh dear.
Running into
oh
some
dear.
issues.
But what they've done there is they've fed themselves to the CZs. And Sub Rosa's hoping someone pushes in banana while wondering where the rest of his team's gone.
These were hungry and they were satisfied, Tim.
Even though it's like been nerfed.
Yeah.
Oh well.
I've seen a lot of 5-7 lately, actually.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of Tech 9. Still seeing a lot of CZs on the CT side, but lots of Tech 9s on T now.
Variety.
It's had a slight like spam accuracy increase, so we really are getting to like that 2015 sort of Tech 9 stage. Tech 9 Maestro, whatever it was. That's a very fast dink from Android. That's a lot of guns recovered for the CTs. So much for their money being in the bin. Ghost just gave them a lot of guns. On the T side, of course, they've got money for days. They'll be able to get their own guns back in their hands, but they've given complexity a chance where perhaps they shouldn't have.
Agreed. Back-to-back gun rounds we're going to be seeing for the next couple, I would imagine. Should be good. Should be a good way to close out the half.
My query is, will Steel put 2 and 2 together and notice that on every single eco, complexity stack A?
I don't think
that's been a tendency every time. Well, I mean, there's only 2 rounds left, but maybe. Or 3 rounds left, but you know.
There's Dana control for complexity. Ghosts are going to go take bracket in response, and they do this a lot. They're just jumping through this jungle smoke. Yeah, he's not ready for it. I've seen that so many times from complexity. I mean, from Ghost rather. Just they're jumping through the jungle smoke into the CT wrap, and it works for them so often. They do it with pistols, they do it with rifles. It works out for them again.
So Bros has found the only pick they need to get onto B site as well.
It might seem really silly, right, Tim? Like they're just jumping out of a smoke. But when you got a deep smoke like that, and one guy runs up left side, and one guy runs out the right side of the smoke.
Wait, no, they're going back to A.
Yeah,
they've wrapped, they've got the kill B, and now that's like, no. They're going to push down mid. Let's go. This is going to pretty much put complexity in the bin here.
No, they're alright. They're all
heading towards
the next one.
Oh, no, I mean in terms of this round, because they're all heading towards the wrong bomb site.
Yeah, I just assumed they were going to save after those 2 entries were so clean. That's usually what you will see. Unless one guy's in the pit and like gets 3 to 4. That's pretty much it. And I'm pretty sure Electronic's not on the server, so probably not going to be something that's realistic at this point.
Potentially not. Maybe that's how we spice up CS. Just put Electronic in every team. Play against himself.
Yeah, definitely wouldn't burn him out whatsoever.
I was going to say we need to clone him, but I guess we just get Simple as well and just put them all 1v1ing in every matchup.
I don't think you want to clone Simple, actually. You probably want to clone Electronic a lot more than you want to clone Simple, because if you put too many Simples in the same team, they're going to cook people. And there's certain people that won't be able to deal with the Simple.
I'm actually not sure if 2 Simples would even work together.
It wouldn't work.
Because he's like such a...
He would be like, drop me up. No, drop me up.
And they'd be like, all right, guys, we'll have 2 AWPs on T side, even in the pistol round. It's fine.
But then it wouldn't work. There's not enough room in the server for 2 Simples. There's not enough frags.
That's true. One of them would go like 50-0, and the other one would go like 2-17. And they'd still win 16-0.
Yep.
Well, I mean, I think we can leave all of the pseudoscience to better minds than ours. Waddell going to cop a bit of a nade, but not too much damage done to him. It's compLexity. Want to take some banana control here, but instead they're just going to ruin Sub Rosa's day as well. Great utility damage out early on, denying banana control from the T's.
I like it. They can't beat him in the aim duels, so just drop a nuke on him. Drop some mortars into Nana and see if you pick him up. They do indeed take a lot of damage off of him. Yeah, he's having a bit of a shocker, but it's the dig setup from compLexity. Let's see how it works out for them.
Pop flash rocket hit anyone, and there's the spray down.
Hey, that's pretty good.
That worked out very well indeed. Yay, just like crab walking around the corner holding mouse 1. Manages to regain control of his spray and gets that.
I think this is the second game in a row Android's gone like 15-6 or 17-6.
Yeah. Actually, that's what we need to do. I need to find out how many kills he got last game. Let's do that.
I would love to see his rating at the end of this 2-map series.
About 3.72, roughly.
I don't think so.
I also don't. I was going for some ridiculous number, and then I said 3, and I was like, wait, it's probably possible to have a 3 rating.
Not easy.
No.
Saw someone with 200 ADR the other day.
I didn't device the game. He started out like 20 and... what? 20 and 1? That game on Train. He had like 364 ADR or something for a bit there. Yeah, because he got 4K. He got 4K, 3K, 3K, 4K, I think was how it worked. Something like that.
Well, welcome to the ESL Pro League. We have devised that device is pretty good at Counter-Strike.
Nice. He's also in the other division that we're not casting, but hey.
Look, Tim, you're going to have to step up your game if you want to cast some device. We've got someone that's almost as good and a little bit more swole, which is Waddell. But so far this game, not doing so good.
Actually, can't remember if I casted Astralis at IM or not. It's the only chance that I've had. Can't remember if I did, but oh well, let's leave that for now because push going to be into B for Ghost. Def trying to see around this smoke, going to get flashed out, almost hits the timing shot, but has to fall back. Stan not quite going to be able to stop this wrap through, but Def will not quite land the second, only going 1 for 1, so 4 versus 4. Bomb site under terrorist control, and bombs soon to be planted.
The off angle on the little pot plant that Shazam's sitting on is going to be impossible. That's like the 3rd or the 4th time that someone hasn't been on someone else's screen has been able to kill them.
That flash going to blind out both Neptune and the guy facing him. Steal with the AWP now, finding the first kill. Neptune baited out, misses it, but Kusta's there to save the day, and they will clean it up there with the help of Kusta in the end. By the way, last map, Android 25 and 7.
That's alright.
It's okay, I guess.
I went better in deathmatch once, so...
Well, dude. You're such a gamer. Wish I could be a gamer like you.
You can. You just need a hashtag Intel processor.
Oh, I thought you were going to go for you need to play on ESEA or something like that. But hey, we've got many cells we can out. That's how you use English, right?
Yeah, English.
Nice. So, for the rest of the games that... what have we missed from today? So over on the main stream, if you have been here with us and you haven't seen it, Liquid 16-10'd Cloud9 in their first map. That was over on Mirage. And obviously we had a 16-6 in our first game, and that's all of the Counter-Strike that's been played so far. In terms of this day of Pro League.
Still favoring compLexity, interestingly enough, on the halftime scoreline. Ghost's going to head their way onto CT side.
Speaking of Cloud9 Liquid, by the way, I've just been told that their second map of that series, Liquid are currently in the lead 11-4. Ouch.
Who would have guessed it? Liquid is better than the Cloud9 that's having some roster issues right
As long as it's not a final. Did you know that Liquid, in their history as an org, not as this team, have won one thing that isn't a qualifier?
I know.
And that was CS Summit 2.
I know. Hence have won more Premier tournaments than Liquid. Too easy fans.
They have to. There's probably a lot of teams that have won more Premier tournaments than Liquid.
Yeah.
I mean, Gambit have won more majors than Liquid.
Yeah, I don't know.
Well, I do. Liquid haven't won a major.
I
Closest they got was when they had Simple, unfortunately.
I know, Tim.
Actually, no, they did make a major final after that? I can't remember. I'm really testing my memory now.
I don't think so.
No, I don't think they did either. Because we had like, what, the 2 Astralis majors, the Gambit major, the Cloud9 major. And I think the one before that's like 5 majors back. Would that have been Liquid or was it before that?
I don't know, but there's a Apps Buzz coming out here. 2 smokes, some flashes, and a molly into the pit. Sharp with a shot from Neptune. He gets himself a double. Subrosa picks up one as well. Dear Lord, all the heads are being popped, Tim. No chance, my friend.
Okay, those were both Wardell. I thought that was a Neptune somehow finding ridiculous 1-taps. But hey, nice pistol round from Ghost. That's what they needed. That is the first pistol they've won this series. About time that they got one on the board. So, care of this new round loss bonus, compLexity going to save. Ghost going to go for full SMGs in the back of it. They know that their opponents will be saving with that bomb plant down as well. So, actually, no, it wasn't a bomb plant. I lied to you. But still, full SMGs going to make some cash money. And just the Glocks here for compLexity.
Indeed. See how many kills they can get with Dead Glocks. You don't want to be feeding too many SMG frags, but when the entire enemy team buys SMGs, best of luck trying not to.
There's a start. 11 damage onto Wardell. Stan, chill, bruh. Didn't do anything to you. That was probably someone's
Picked the wrong basket of seed at the major.
I don't even, honestly, I don't even know if compLexity got predicted for or against by the chicken.
I think it's 4.
Stop killing the chicken. They're your friends. All right, well, here's Kusta making the dollars. Jeff will get 1, but only the 1. It was a bit close, but they limited to 1 kill.
Yeah, but now compLexity is going to have AK buy, which is going to be better than the SMGs.
Yeah, that's the problem with this. Like, they've gone for the full SMG buy to make some money, which is fine, but care of that the new economy system, you've either got to go for a massive bonus round with all the SMGs, which is what they're doing, only Wardell upgrading to the AWP, or you've got to keep your SMGs for 1 round and then just drop them all and upgrade to rifles. So instead they're going to upgrade to, okay, they do go for a couple more as buy time ends. They're going to go for 2 M4s and AWP, keeping 2 SMGs. That's a very nice entry from Stan. Now Kusta with a UMP solo on B. Steel's on his way over. But actually it will be quickly enough, especially because Kusta's going to go sneaky through the smoke and grab the other rifle. In the meantime, for Ghost, all the way through Apps. Subrosa really wanted to wait there, but had to turn and unfortunately can't finish the frag.
Second for Stan. Really opening up all the different areas of the map. I don't imagine Wardell's going to fall back from this at any point because they're at such a disadvantage here and needs to take a bit of a risk in terms of the positioning to win this one. There's a shot in the side, but that was the low player out of all the terrorists. And we're seeing Ye on a bit of a venture over to B, throws the smoke. Man, this was looking like a promising round for compLexity, but now we're straight back into 3-on-3. Ye's going to make his way up Nana.
Shazam's looking at Apps. He hears them all rotating, but he's not quite going to be quick enough to cut it off. He will put a few shots into Wardell, which will keep him on the bomb side, which is going to be really annoying. But in the meantime, Steel spammed the smoke and is taking down Ye. So 3v2. They know it's only 1 player on this bomb site now. Android. He's only been on point so far today, sitting at 17-9 currently. 25-7 is how he finished the last map. So he's probably in a pretty good spot to be able to do this one, and now his teammate's going to join him, but 3v2. 10 seconds left. That plant has to come out. Shazam, though, is ready for that boost. That's going to bring it back into the even number situation now. Wardell only just floating over from A as well. In a very back and forth round here, but I think, no, the flash is good. Wardell setting up his teammate perfectly. Now we're on to Shazam, 1v2. Smoke there onto the bomb, and Kus is going to step up and win the fight. 11-7 now.
Good spacing and good U2 usage from Ghost. Surprising they were able to come back from that one. I felt like they caught compLexity napping in a few different positions there. You obviously can't predict Wardell to come down right side Apps, but obviously Def getting caught in dig there is a bit of a problem for compLexity, and they're unable to close out the round despite making the good call to go back to beat. Bit of a half buy going to come out from them to see if they can do some more damage to Ghost, as that was quite a close one. You can see only Wardell and Kustar doing decently on the money, whereas everyone else having a bit of a struggle.
So the money, as you say, not in a great spot, but compLexity going to take a bit of a save round here. Hopefully Ghost won't give up too much in the way of the guns. That will certainly be the aim. Good trade from Def there. Kusa only able to get the one. CZ apparently still good enough for these players to work with. 2-2 split though, 2 on A, 2 on B. The mid player's going to be falling back, and Sub Rosa. I feel like he's heard this. Going to go over and clear out mid now, so that will be enough info to send Wardell over to B, but will he get there in time? That Molly's going to buy enough time from Neptune. But there is enough util and complexity here to get a basic execute out. See how this goes for them as they get ready to push in. They're already being flanked by Sub Rosa as well. And there's the spray through, working perfectly for Neptune. Wardell goes for the USP and won't find anything from it. The bomb will go down here for the T side at least, but post plant's going to be very hard to hold on to with Sub Rosa already starting to flank up Banana.
Bomb plant's not as important for them. It's more how many CTs can they kill going into their next gun round. Keep the money nice and low.
Great flashbang, but Neptune with the spray will limit him to only one, and there's the trades coming through. Now all on stand, and Steel's there with a headshot. So only 2 guns lost for Ghost in the end of things. That's not too bad. They'll be able to swap out to those AKs they had as well. Steel will get this defuse off in time. Where's an AK? Let's play find the AK. No. Oh well, 12 and 7. Ghost starting to pull away now.
Indeed. compLexity have a full buy into this round though, and they've kept Ghost money a little bit in the box. Obviously, Kusu buying up there, but at least 4 of them should be okay going forward, even if they do lose this round. So compLexity still with an opportunity to get back into this game. They've kept it nice and close, so the round count isn't too far ahead from Ghost, but they really need to start making a comeback here because they only have a limited amount of opportunities if they allow Ghost to continue to pick up rounds.
Steel lands the wallbang through the door there. Vaps kills the first player. Almost wants to go through this smoke here, but will second guess it. Android close and looking for it, but that's a heck of a way to open things up there. Why not hit a wallbang kill at this point? But Steel's going to get a little bit too keen. We'll go down to Android there. Brings it back into the 4v4. 2 players on this A bomb site where a lot of pressure's about to come. Wardell's missed a shot as well, so he has to try and get away. And he will just about manage that for now. Smoke down to buy some time, but still, 50 seconds on the clock. A lot of space to work with here. Well, Neptune has rotated over. He's got to go back to B now. There's been too much time with too much silence. Has to go and back up his teammate. 35 seconds remaining now. Looks like compLexity want to commit over to B with the backstab through A. Def's actually bought himself a huge amount of space here. He's going to be able to get this flank off. They must suspect it because they know they've left it open, but the timing that he's hit is just perfect to make this work.
Gap in the smoke for Goose to see how many he can pick before the bomb site here comes in. Great shouldering, but it's not enough from Stan. Def punishes him in the back though. All on Wardell on the B site.
But no time here. 8 seconds. They've just got to play the time. There's still another player on site. Neptune's just got to wait for this plan, swing out and end it. That's all there is to it. And Def, no time. Just has to run out and save it. He'll be denied that after time, so no money for him.
Yeah, 1,500 for him. I suppose they pretty much got to buy into this one. Ghost really running away with it at this point, though.
This is more of what we expected from Ghost. They did go a little bit missing on that first map, but now they're starting to play much better. The individual players starting to step up. Teamwork coming through too. This is what we want to see from them. So this pause will no doubt be a tactical from compLexity, and indeed, just as I say it, there it is. Still have a chance to think about some things and figure out what's going wrong, but I mean, what's really the change-up for them here, Pilly? What do? They seem to be getting shut down individually.
Yeah. I feel like Ghost has gone quite aggressive on a lot of different parts of the map, you know. Some of them starting to fire up and make some impact individually, so I feel like one of these rounds, compLexity just needs to try and get themselves the first pick and then take it from there. Try to close out the round, because it feels like a lot of the time, even in that other round where compLexity got the 5-on-3, Ghosts were able to come back and get back into things with some nice aggression. Once again, you're seeing Sabrosa pushing, and there's another first 2. for Ghost, and even though Shazam pops up from the pit there, we're already into a 4-on-2, and that was like 15 seconds into the round, Tim.
That's much better from Ghost. I mean, it helps, of course. Like, if you're going to make a solo play like that, it only works if you hit your shots.
Yep.
Because if you just push into mid and die, they know that one of the A players is dead. You've not got anything for it apart from a little bit of info, but Sub Rosa comes away with 2 frags. Wardell's able to get the trade happening into a 4 versus 2.
Don't show that at home, kids. It's basically what you're going for.
It's very dangerous. You've got to hit the shots, but if you can convert it, I mean, I've also seen players do a much safer variant where they'll have an AWP peek that line while someone else holds mid for them, which is a lot safer because, you know, your player peeking second mid is covered, but if you Sub Rosa, sure. Solo plays. Def's going to get spammed down and die in a Molotov. And now Stanislaw left to pick up the pieces. 1 kill, but doesn't know about the boost. And that's as easy as you like for Neptune. 14-7 now. Ghost on the brink.
compLexity's money is not doing well. I would imagine probably a half buy and try to throw a decent strat at them that might be able to steal you away this round. If not, do a lot of damage to Ghost so that when you start to grind back the scoreline on match point, you can at least steal some extra rounds away by putting them on eco earlier than you might have otherwise done.
The nade's actually not doing that much damage down mid. And Shazam's able to tap away and get rid of Sub Rosa. What else is going to go throw his AWP away and pick up that rifle? So keeping the enemy away from the weapon for now. Just going to shuffle them back. Excellent. Get that out of here.
You love to see it.
Even going to go so far as throwing the AWP away, going for the rifle. Knows that it's pistols, so the rifle, potentially a better decision here to spray down any rush that might come his way. But for compLexity now,
an advantage, plenty of utility to be able to play out the late round here. They're even throwing some grenades towards Nano to keep the CTs guessing, Tim. Because you want to at least, I mean, they have forced out the rotation for Neptune. compLexity doing everything right here. At least trying to keep Ghost honest, because even if you have the 5-man advantage, if you're running into A site and there's 3 people on the bomb site, you could still quite easily lose that round. Even 2 people in some pretty decent positions can make it quite difficult for compLexity to win the round.
But both of these players on Ghost are just sitting in corners, biding their time. 35 seconds left, just stay down. Steel's going to make the play though. Gets 2 and a lot of damage. Now Wardell just has to lay in wait. It's messy and he can't quite convert the second.
Having a real rough one. That's very uncharacteristic from Wardell.
That feels like an opportunity gone begging there. Shazam left on just 4 HP. Still only the pistols. The rifle's not yet recovered. This does feel like it should still be around for Ghost, but it's been perhaps more expensive than it should have been. First thing they're going to have to do is get rid of Shazam here. They're not able to do it. He's able to win a very sharp headshot. Now he's just going to play this shoulder peek game. Headshot angle all day. Neptune now knows where both players are, but bomb time are ticking lower and lower, and they're being so annoying. They're just refusing to give him a solid peek. Even now that he's got it, he's not going to be able to defuse this bomb. It's in the open. Taps it. Android goes for the peek, but so low on ammo is Neptune. He's just got to go in for the kill. He'll get that, but he's going to die.
That's huge from compLexity. They kill all 5 players. They steal the round away. It's the, you know, sort of play that ticks all the boxes to be able to try to get them a comeback into this game. They're at least going to be able to push themselves towards double digits if they take out this next one. Keeping the Ghost economy very, very honest by winning that round. But the thing is that all of them do go down as well, so it's going to be have to be a full purchase on all of the Ts. We need to start seeing them win some very, very clean rounds to get their economy rolling, because they're not going to be able to rely on the loss bonus once Ghost is at this 14-point scoreline.
Chris has managed to find his way behind them in Banana. That's going to be an AK in his hands as well. His teammates throwing some utility to help him retrieve that. Fortunately, the bomb's still safe in their control for compLexity. Sub Rosa finds another one somewhere with an MP9. Inside apps, Stan is waiting for him though, so we can't really afford to push any further, but can maintain that control. 3 versus 5 now for Colt. Really finding too much here. They had a good round last round. They're playing a bit better here now on this T side, but Ghosts certainly have looked much better than they did on Nuke. So now they still sit in this 5 versus 3. Favorable situation for the CTs. Looks like compLexity either want to go towards A or rotate back out to B now that they're throwing some util over, but surely a commitment up through mid here. Maybe Ye trying to find a backstab with the AK if he can.
the reverse of what you often see. Usually you see the Molotov towards Dig side and the smoke on Wrap side, but they change things around. They're going to head towards jungle, probably looking to wrap into CT while Ye makes his way to B. Great pop flash, get net seal a kill. When the flash is so good that you don't even need to get it cleanly, that's really what you want to be seeing.
And that's going to completely deny the wrap. Going to have to fall out of that one. Stan grabs 1 kill in apps, but Wardell's holding him down. 20 seconds, they've got to go A. Pop flash out, but going to blind Stan as well. 15 seconds now. I don't think this plan is really going to happen. They've spotted out both players now. They know this is coming. They've got to try it. They've got to do something, and Wardell going to be doing his best nifty impression. Not quite hitting that, but he's going to jump in for the knife. Gets caught on the box. Still going for it, but Steel's going to take it.
Yep. That's a full reset on complexity's economy. They don't even get 1 round cleanly enough to be able to start getting things rolling. Ghost instantly put them straight back down in the dumps. And, I mean, 1-1 apiece is probably what you would expect between Complexity and Ghost in the current form that Ghost are in, so I'm pretty happy.
I mean, that is only Ghost's second loss of the league. They've had 9 wins in regulation, 2 wins in overtime. 1 loss before this series. They've got another one on Nuke. Now they're looking to get another win in regulation here, and a pretty clean one at that. So, Ghost they've done well. I mean, realistically, with the hot start they've had to this season, they can 1-1 every single game from here to the end of the season and still come in first.
And they've played a lot of the better teams already.
Exactly. Like, they've gotten 2-0s over MIBR, NRG, Renegades, and now 1-1 with Ghost. That leaves what? I think Liquid would be the best team that they haven't played yet. Maybe C9.
C9, lol. They're having a real rough time so far there, Tim. They don't even have a 5th mate.
Well, let's see who they bring in. See what they can find.
My Nan's available.
I mean,
so
have a DM Cloud9. Apparently, it's an open.
Oh yeah,
open sort
tryouts.
of deal.
I forgot about that.
This could be big for Kusta here. He could get a lot of damage, or he could walk too far and go into the CZs. They triple peek him. He was only ever getting 1 there. That's the AWP in Shazam's hands as well, but Steel's able to recover, swing around and stop them from grabbing that gun. The molly there as well, going to keep them back.
The AWP is very hot right now. It's on fire, Tim.
Could have made an Inferno joke, but you didn't. I'm proud of you. Steel just going to prioritize getting that AWP out to safety. Going to go back for his own gun as well, denying Stan anything in this 1 versus 4. Going to have to do it with CZ. 50 seconds left, going back down Banana, but already the flank is starting to come in. And in the end, it's Steel crouch walking forward to close it. That's the game going to Ghost, 16-8 in the end, I believe it was. Very nice game from them, bringing it back to the 1-1 after they did lose Nuke.
Yeah, it's good stuff to see. I mean, you saw the first half was pretty close, but once Ghost took that tactical timeout where they were like, hey, how about we just play better? They kind of just rolled over their opponent.
We should stop losing. Let's do that.
Stop losing, start winning. I feel like that was a similar thing that happened between MIBR and Renegades yesterday. Renegades were up 8-0 on the CT side, and MIBR went, all right, boys, plug your mice in, turn your monitors on. Let's win this game. And they did.
Is everyone's PC turned on? Excellent. Good. Would have liked to see a knife here, but you know what? It's okay. We didn't. But yeah, no, that was a good game of Inferno. A good game of Inferno. Words are really difficult, but interesting that we ended up having 2 pretty one-sided games in the end. I think Nuke was more so. It was a 12-3 first half into a 16-6 as opposed to an 8-7 into a 16-8, meaning that Complexity won just 1 round in the second half on their T side. Ouch.
Yeah, I feel like both of these teams can sometimes be a little bit streaky. More so for Complexity for sure, but yeah, I think we're seeing the results of that. Just depends who turns up and comes in nice and hot to the game. And I would love to see what would happen if both of these teams sort of hit their 100% peak, and then maybe in a qualifier in the future we have a best of 3 series between these 2 sort of teams to go to a premier event where they're both just going hard in the paint.
Maybe we will. That would be quite fun to see. But look, this is my first time that I've actually been able to cast Ghost. I've watched them a bit, but
that was like Ghost at like 50% maybe.
Yeah.
They've been insane so far. They've looked a lot better than they've looked in this series. And Wardell especially was like completely missing, which is something that I literally have never seen before.
I mean, he still did okay. He had some decent, a couple decent rounds here and there.
I don't think I've ever seen him miss, and he was literally whiffing a spray like I was watching myself. Felt like it was vicariously living through me or something.
Oh, you were vicariously living through him. I'm not sure which way that works. But a 1-1, I think both teams will be relatively happy with that one. Certainly Ghost will be after they got shellacked on the first map.
Yep.
Yeah, didn't have a good time on Nuke, but they did much better on Inferno, only letting compLexity get 2 more rounds than they themselves managed on the first map. So I think that's a pretty good split for these two teams.
I think Jordan got in there and started being their coach. He's the good old Jordan advice of just play better. And that's what they did. Just
be better. Well, fortunately, they did, because they did have a lot of pressure on them. Indeed, the world was watching, and the world can watch you as well. With an Intel processor, you can record, game, and stream without compromise. Get your players out there in the world. You're going to stream, Pilly? So we can all watch your gameplay?
Now, because my new apartment is FTTP, fiber to the premises.
The answer we were looking for was my new Intel processor allows me to do it, but... I
mean,
second
I don't
place
have a new
money
Intel processor,
Jeopardy.
But I have an Intel processor. Does that count? Does it count if
yes,
it's not a new one?
100%.
Yes.
100%. You've done it. Excellent.
Ticking all the boxes.
Tick. Done.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Okay.
Well done.
Thank you, Tim.
Cool. Well, that's going to be the end of that one, Ghost vs compLexity. We do have 2 more series coming up, but because we still have a little bit of time, let's talk about it. Renegades vs Ints is our next series. We're going to be watching the boys. Now, you've been casting more Pro League than I have. I've only been watching a little bit. How do you feel about new look Renegades?
They're okay. They're good. I mean, the problem with Renegades that I always have, and obviously we are casting Pro League, so it's good, is that, well, it's good for us, but overall, you know, if you're a fan of the team, it's not as good as that. They always just smack everyone in online leagues, and Pro League especially. They always have such a good run. They really take it to teams that, if they played them in a Premier tournament, would smack them around pretty hard. So I'm hoping that maybe it's going to be different this time. Maybe they'll take the same sort of form and the same sort of intensity that they bring into some of these online leagues into a Premier LAN tournament. That would be really fantastic to see. And we already saw them have a decent result in their first sort of showing, I suppose. So I'm feeling okay about them. Obviously, I feel like Jacob's their best player, so trying to be a proud Aussie in a team where they're getting not completely carried, but somewhat carried for a Norwegian.
We can claim him.
I don't think so.
I think we can.
And as for Ints, they actually have some really good firepower on that team. You always think about Phelps and KNG, like going hard in the paint and being like the best players. Obviously, Major like second place players, and Phelps being one of the better sort of Brazilian talents, if not one of the best, you know, if he gets set up in the right way. But the player that really impressed me on that team is actually Cello. We saw him against NRG. He had like a half on Inferno where he went like 25 and 8 or something and just absolutely demolished them.
Wow, that's some pretty insane numbers. And if you want to get better and put up numbers like that yourself, you can go play on ESEA. It's a better CSGO experience, 128 tick, premium matchmaking, all those good things. You can go and get better. Won't work for me because I'm bad, but I like to think that I might get better. I'd be like an ESEA rank, I don't know, H or something. What's the lowest rank? D?
I don't know.
E?
Yes.
I'm below it somewhere.
ESEA rank, yes.
I'm ESEA rank no in that case. That said, though, that is going to wrap it up for Ghost versus compLexity. Our next game, which we did just do a little bit of a chat about, but we will dive more into, is going to be Renegades versus Ints, which will be with you right after the break.